Hey, Neal Brennan with the Champs here. Here's some dates. This is Neal. April 12th through 14th, I'm going to be in Bloomington, Indiana at the Comedy Addict. And April 19th through 21, I will be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And then May 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I will be at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. Fuck with me.
Speaking of fucking with me, please fuck with me. It's Moshe Kasher. My book just came out, so I'd love for you to pick it up. It's called Kasher and the Rye, and you could change my life if every champ bought one. Be a champ. Buy that shit. And I'm going on book tour as well. I leave very soon, and I will be going to a city near you. San Francisco, Oakland, Chicago, Detroit, Oklahoma City, St. Louis, Bloomington, Indiana, Vancouver, Seattle, Portland, and Edmonton, Canada. I'll be in all of those places at all of those in the next couple months, so please go to my website, moshekasher.com, to see all of my dates. Follow me at Moshe Kasher.
Hey, this is Doug here, and I'll be at the Bridgetown Comedy Festival in Portland, April 12th through 14th, I believe. So fuck with that, and then I'll be home reading Moshe Kasher's book.
Please do. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to hear a very good episode of The Champs. Thank you for tuning in.
Jose Canseco, go.
I've heard that before.
Are we listening to video game music?
No, that's CB. That's the Fox, NFL, and Fox, correct?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're fucking with the Champs once again.
It's the baseball theme.
Yeah, baseball.
Fox.
Oh, that's
straight out of
MLB.
Appropriate.
Venice, California. We are fucking with the Champs once again. My name is Moshe Kasher. You know who I am.
How do you spell that?
It's complicated.
What the hell? Okay.
My name's Neal Brennan. You've got Douggpound on the
ones and ones.
Mike,
drop something, Doug.
Yeah, don't. You know.
All right, cool.
Doug, just
forget me. Just move on.
Our guest today. Now, people think Twitter is stupid and it never accomplishes anything.
But bullshit.
They're mostly right. But in the rare instance, this past Friday, somehow I tweeted something about you and LMFAO, Jose Canseco, and within minutes we were linked up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary baseball player, Mr. Jose Canseco.
Yes, Jose Canseco, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
I am here.
Unbelievable.
It's this thing came together real quick.
I can't.
This is about as excited as I've been.
Why
but
am I here?
I also feel very.
We don't know either, Jose.
No,
we don't know either.
No one. Well, I guess we'll find out.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually from Oakland. I'm from Oakland.
You are from Oakland,
and it's such a pleasure to have you in the studio.
You
today,
grew up
Jose.
with
the Bash Brothers.
With the Bash Brothers.
Big time. Can we bash? Or do you not do that anymore? You're
Don't hurt me, okay?
Yeah.
McGuire used to bash me really hard.
Did he really?
Broke my arm one time. Then I took it on Poloni. I almost broke his arm.
Would he bully
Payback,
you for real?
baby.
Would he really bash you?
Oakland,
Tell you
California.
what, when he hit a real hard line drive home run, one of these bombs he used to hit, he was excited. I don't know, his testosterone level must have been really high. He'd come in
Why
real
do you
hard.
think that was? Why do you think his
why was his testosterone so high?
I guess because I just injected him in the clubhouse. I mean, it must
30
have
seconds
been
in and we're talking
overkill.
about
I don't know.
steroids. I love the Champs.
I don't. Hey, you know, it was part of baseball. What the hell? We all did it. You guys need some steroids. I can tell you
We're
that.
weaklings.
You're
We're
98-pound
weaklings.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so you were a good athlete. Were you big as a little kid? Were you like?
No, I was about you guys' size. I was tiny.
When you were a child, you were our size. We're grown.
Yeah,
men
when
now,
I was in
Jose.
high school, I was about your size.
Yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but we're actually adults.
I'm an adult. We're
Oh, shit. I thought this was a kid's show.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
You were a good athlete.
I was an average high school baseball player, to be honest. I didn't
way.
make. First year was JV. I was the MVP. Second year was JV. I was the MVP. Last year, my high school.
I think your idea of average is a little bit skewed. You were the MVP.
You were the most valuable player.
Most valuable, small guy. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. And then varsity, my last year, I was the MVP.
Okay, so then where'd you go to college?
No, I was drafted right out of high school.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah.
Did you think that was going to happen when you were the MVP of JV? Were you like,
no,
I'm never going to be in the? And then what happened your senior year? Did you just get bigger, or you got better, or what?
No, the same. Probably about the same size, maybe a little bit heavier. I think I graduated at 5'11", I think 160 pounds or something like that.
Okay.
So I was pretty much a weak link, and then I was a late bloomer, and then went to the minor leagues. Yeah.
Did you shower a lot? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you shower a lot?
Did you shower? Were you afraid to shower?
Questions.
Were you afraid to shower in front of other dudes? Were you that kind of late bloomer?
No. I mean, I didn't start showering in front of people till I was 18, 19 years old. So no.
And then you were fine.
I
You
was
had a
fine.
full bouquet of pubes.
Oh, nice bushy.
Well, I
just a
shaved now,
profound
but yeah.
afro.
No, I was late bloomer. Really had no underarm hair, and I don't think.
Now, do you have pubic hair now, Jose?
A little bit.
Very little. Okay, good.
I shave real well.
Good.
You have a fade.
Yeah.
Correct?
I've
a high
got
top
a
fade.
high fade.
In honor of Oakland
Fades
in the
pits.
1990s.
Yeah, with the Oakland A's on the side right there. Yeah, that's what I got. Shit.
Okay, so then you got drafted to the A's?
I was drafted in, I think, 82. It's a long time ago, and went straight to the minor leagues. So I went to the Florida State League. I was, I think, just still 18 years old.
Was it a team? Was it a feeder for the A's?
It was an affiliate for the A's, and it was a very tough league. I think I only got 11 at-bats. I had one hit. It was...
You were voted MVP, though, correct?
Yeah, no, not
But they
there.
didn't know. So nobody thought at that point you weren't thought of as like this is the guy. This
Yeah,
is
what
gonna
were
be
you?
a
If
star.
you were 5'11",
right?
you must have been
Well,
playing
I
what?
was thought of this is the guy. This
Oh,
the
yeah,
guy they're
you were.
about to release me. That's the guy.
Oh.
Was
The guy that's about to get fired?
Like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? He's like, he never plays, can't hit, he's scared as hell. He looks like a little kid. And from there, since I didn't do well, they sent me to Idaho Falls, which was back then, Mormon town. There's nothing out there.
Yeah, when you get demoted from Florida, it's a real demotion.
So then you finally get into the league.
No, I'm in the league. That's just
Right, but
the
you
minor
finally
leagues.
you got out of the minors.
I got out of the minors in 1985.
So how did that happen?
How much weight did you gain? How much height did you gain?
By 1985, I was 210 pounds.
And
about
6'3",
6'4".
6'4"? Yeah, and you were good in the minors. You were progressing.
I was average to below average till I got to AA baseball. And I kind of exploded that year. I had 25 home runs in 58 games with 90 RBIs.
And why?
Yeah, what happened?
Well, if you read my book, Juiced, my mom passed away.
Did you say Jews? That's my
Juiced.
that's my book. Sorry.
Juiced.
Okay, Juiced.
Juice, man, juice. Okay, if you read the book Juice, 1984, my mom passed away. And then I dedicated myself to becoming the best baseball player in the world because I promised her I would when she was on her deathbed. So between 84 and 85, I ran into a friend of mine who said, Jose, I've got something that might help you. And they were called steroids, chemicals.
Right.
And I started using them. But at the same time, I was so, infatuated and obsessed with becoming bigger, faster, stronger. I actually did it. I didn't date. I went on specific diets, specific workouts.
You're like, this one's for you,
The
Mom.
drugs do work.
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was crazy. That's all I was doing.
You didn't date.
No, I didn't have time for that.
So were you? Would you?
The drugs do work.
Were you? What were you doing for?
Not for dating.
For in terms of that, did the steroids take it out? Did you not want it? What happens to your dick with steroids?
No, nothing happens to your dick is your balls.
Oh, something happens.
People
to
are
your
so
balls.
stupid and so confused.
I'm very stupid and very confused.
The people on Twitter are so dumb. They can say, "Oh, your dick gets smaller." No, actually, your dick gets bigger and your balls get smaller. Figure that one out. And, by the way,
trade
nobody
some
fucks with their
balls
nuts.
shrinkage.
They fuck with their dick.
Now I
Right.
could use some ball shrinkage.
Figure
I
it out.
actually, Jose, do fuck with my nuts. Interestingly enough, but I'm the exception of the rule. I'll admit that.
So you weren't making any semen to speak of anyway. So dating wouldn't have helped you.
Well, I couldn't get anybody pregnant. Is that what you're asking? Which is a great thing, or else I'd have probably 10 dozen kids out there right now.
Because you.
So that helped me. It's
Okay,
male
good. So
contraceptive.
So when you say you didn't date, it's the same way that you were average in high school. You fucked a lot.
You were banging a lot. You just weren't taking anyone out to dinner.
No. I just was so obsessed with.
I've had sex with Madonna.
Not quite. I just wanted to become bigger, faster, stronger. My time was consumed with becoming the best baseball player in the world.
And so that season, after your mother passed away and you dedicated yourself to the game, that was the season that you really exploded into.
Exactly.
And you were
yes.
doing roids.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
Yeah, and I was working with technicians. I was just, like I said, trying to become.
And this is before guys were really specialists like that. I mean, you had your own sort of team.
Not team. I had not people to say information. I really had information. And
Like you were working with specialists, so to speak.
Sprinters and trainers from the University of Miami, but they didn't know I was on steroids.
But I'm saying a lot of guys weren't working with sprint coaches and.
No, I was working because I was heavy, 240, 50 pounds. I was working with sprint technicians and how to move mass quickly. Quick muscle twitch fiber exercises. I mean, I ran a 4.29 40 at 250 pounds. I was considered the fastest guy in the game easily. I mean, Ricky Henderson wouldn't run against me because he would lose all the time.
You were faster than Ricky Henderson.
There's no doubt.
Whoa, that's crazy.
He would tell me, Jose, I'm not going to race against you in front of all these people because you're going to embarrass me.
Wow. Was there any part of you that was A, doubtful of your ability to explode into that level of the game, or B, surprised when you did? You know what I mean? You made this declaration and then it came true.
Yeah, were you like, fuck, I shouldn't have told my mom that?
Yeah, I don't think doubtful. I think just I put all the hard work behind it. I possibly could. Guys, it's not like you just inject steroids to your system and dun dun dun, you're Superman.
Right.
Your testicles. Doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. What you have to do is you got to put a lot of hard work and dedication behind it to maximize that out. And we still don't know how much it really helps you. But I was just so dedicated to becoming the best baseball player in the world, and in 1988 I actually became that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you became an Oakland A in what year?
I was with them at the major league level. I came up in September 1985, and then my rookie of the year was 86. And I played 87 and 88 the MVP year.
How much of a difference is there between AAA and the majors?
The only difference is the money, the ballparks you play in, the travel. Otherwise, baseball's baseball. I think people get caught up in the environment, the stadiums. The money's a huge difference, of course. The fans, the media, and that kind of hypes it up greatly.
So you became, part of this crazy franchise of Bash Brothers, and you guys were the world champs, and you were the biggest thing in baseball at the time.
Mark and I basically brought that organization out of the gutter.
100%.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And I think they owe that a lot to Mark, because when I came in there, Rookie of the Year MVP, him and I created the actual Bash.
Right.
Him and I, 3 and 4 hitters, hitting monstrous home runs and stealing bases. We brought something to baseball that hadn't been seen, period.
Poor Terry Steinbach. What the hell happened to him, huh? You guys took all the glory. You bashed him down into obscurity.
He was just a catcher, average power, average speed, average arm. So, when you talk about McGuire and myself, you're talking about guys. I got video. We literally hit baseballs over 600 feet.
Yeah.
And that's a rare feat. That just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it was an video. They've televised a lot of those.
Yeah, well, they've televised some. I actually,
Are you talking about like batting practice and shit?
No, in the actual games.
Oh, yeah.
I've got videos where I've hit, balls 550, 600 feet.
No, there's no doubt. It was an exciting time.
I remember. Yeah, it was really exciting.
If I can mention,
you were there.
It was an exciting time to be a kid in Oakland. Actually, at the time, to be like, holy shit, and I wasn't even a huge baseball fan, and I still got swept up in it because it was a really cool time to be.
Were you a kid in Oakland in other eras that you can compare
in the
to?
70s, the 50s, the 40s. I remember when it was lily white Oakland.
Okay, so when did you start dating? When were you like, all right, now I'm getting, when did it even out in terms of like?
I think it was kind of after my first year at the major league level. I met my first wife, actually, which, damn, I should have never got married. She listened to my whole entire family. Don't get married, sign a prenuptial, you're going to regret it.
Was it against her, or was it just in general? It was just like,
I was brought up really old-fashioned. I really was.
And they said, don't get married?
Yeah, I was too young to get married. They said, it's the wrong girl. Sign a prenuptial at least. She's going to take half your money. And damn it, I didn't listen. And that's exactly what happened.
Is that right? Is she still getting paid on your dime?
No, she got paid plenty already. But
yeah,
I was young. But the reason was that my parents brought us up very old-fashioned. And my parents' theory was, once you get married, you work it out no matter what, till death do you part, actually. But that's not how today's society structures. So I ended up getting more or less fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, and you're juicing the whole time.
Oh yeah, I'm since 1985 till a while back. Actually, I'm still on testosterone therapy right now. Which about 5 or 6 years ago, a show came out. An A&E special, Last Shot, Moshe Canseco, and they showed that how I went cold turkey off steroids and my levels dropped to the ground, and because my own body didn't produce testosterone anymore,
because of the steroids,
specialists from the University of Miami had to put me on testosterone therapy, which I've been on for 5 years to regulate my levels to normal, and that's where I am now.
What's the craziest story that you remember from the glory years of the Oakland days? The best
in terms of like excess?
Just read my book. Just read my book.
I think the book has a lot of things that happen.
Yeah.
But, there's not one that specifically sticks out. Well, the strangest one would be is when I met Madonna, of course, and in her Hollywood home. And then
I've had sex with Madonna.
Whoa. Doug, you're good.
And we leave her apartment late. And I'm driving with my agent, and we get to the ballpark. We're playing against the Anaheim Angels, and we get there late.
And you're with Madonna?
No.
Okay.
No.
You
I'm
left
with
her house in the afternoon.
Left her house in the afternoon.
Not
And then-
realizing L.A.
Not
traffic.
realizing the LA traffic and the time. And then when I get to the ballpark, Tony La Russa is right there in his office. And I try to get by his office. He calls me and he's fucking furious, pissed off.
How late
He's like,
were you?
Miss batting practice probably half an hour for the game.
Got it.
And he's screaming at me, "Where the hell you been?" This and that. I said, "Well, Tony, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was at Madonna's house and I met her.
Was it like, all right, cool?
No, it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
No,
right,
Tony.
That's
no.
he looks in the rule book. He's like, actually, that's allowed. That's fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, Tony's not like that. He's very strict. He's and he said, "Well, I can't believe that we're going to fine you. We're going to do this, and you're not going to play today." Well, for some reason, I ended up playing. I think I hit a home run that game or something. But we quickly forgot about that. That was okay, I guess.
Did you have sex with Madonna though?
No, I don't know why people say that. We're just friends.
But people say that because people
Madonna
assume.
has a lot of friends.
No, I was only with her twice, and she did want to get married, and she did want to have kids. She had this weird, strange infatuation with having a baby by specifically a Cuban-born man, which eventually she did.
Yeah,
and I was that guy that was supposed to do it with her and give her a kid, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to marry you. And I remember one time she said to me, well, what are you afraid that your ex-wife's going to take all your money? She says, I've got plenty of money for both of us. And I go, wait a minute, it's not even about that.
Right.
And I think at the time I was still kind of in love with my first wife, Esther.
were you still together with Esther or no?
We were separated completely.
Wait, Jose.
But we still had emotions, but damn, I fucked up.
Jose, are you saying that you turned down sex from Madonna?
Yes, I am saying that.
There are.
Do I look
that
that
is-
dumb?
I get that.
Do I look that
today.
dumb? Yes.
Look, I
Oh,
understand
man.
turning her down now.
I
But back
wouldn't
then,
turn
that
her
was
down now.
Madonna. Would you not turn her down now?
Absolutely not.
Is it hard to not cheat on your wife when you're in the big leagues?
Oh, God. I think people have to understand that the Oakland A's in that era, and I think he would vouch for that, we were rock stars.
Yeah,
Big time.
I mean, I
Yeah.
kid you not. I've never seen this happen anywhere, not with Brad Pitt, with anybody. I would walk into a nightclub, and they would stop the music. and
They would
introduce
literally
it.
stop the
It
music.
was the most bizarrest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Record
It was-
scratch style?
Oh, it was.
It would
no,
be
back
like
then.
an-
Back then they didn't have this. Of course, that was
CD
the
It would be,
stop.
it would be
Just
an
a
old
hard- just a
timey,
hard cut.
an old timey guy playing
Yeah,
the piano, and he would.
You know, they're playing the Madonna music and they stop. But I've never seen that before, and we were rock stars. So yes, not that I'm proud of it, but we had every opportunity possible to be with the most beautiful women, and basically, I mean, stories like I fly into New York, and then you'd open up your door and you'd have two girls in bed, and you're figuring out, wait a minute, how the hell do these women
In your
get by-
hotel?
Yeah, how the hell do these women get by security? Well, they paid them. They pay off security.
Whoa.
To turn it, and then boom, and it was nuts. It was, and of course they're all trying to get pregnant by you and have your kids and all that.
Right.
We all know that shit. You know?
Right.
Neil, is that what it's like when you go on the road?
It's pretty close to that.
So-
now,
Let's talk about you, Neal. Then. So tell me.
God, let's. What do you have? And what would you do? Have sex with him?
Hell
Well,
I mean, what do? You got like ladies.
well, I
I'm
play a
gonna-
little hard to get shit.
Yeah,
you know,
be like,
I can't
bitch,
be.
I'll
that
be in the other room.
I turned down Madonna. You think I'm gonna fuck you?
You're like, but what do you do?
Well, to be honest, it would just depend on what they look like, and
Right.
Because a lot of times,
I love that.
This is what would happen. To be honest with you, a lot of times, one would date a lot of dudes and bring her butt ugly friend. So kind of like it's both of us or none of us. And I usually say, well, it's none of you, and then one would actually leave. And the
You
pretty girl would
see,
stay.
Jose, that is the difference between
ugly one-
you as a rock star baseball player and me. I would have just said, you can leave the
Did you
ugly
bring
one.
condoms with you?
It's fine. That's crazy. I love the idea of you walking into a hotel room and these girls being like, hi, Jose, we paid to get here. And you're like, you can go.
You can't have a
leave
boner?
right now.
Yeah, that
the hell outta
would
here.
be weird.
So funny, man. Just the disappointed look as those ugly girls shuffling out of your hotel room.
Oh yeah.
And then blaming, like, he would have fucked me if
Yeah.
it was just
You
me.
know, I'm the cute
I was
one,
trying to do
bitch.
you a favor.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're shooting, how many days a week do you have to shoot?
Shooting what?
It's
Shooting roids.
One,
Oh, not
one
loads?
shot of 1 cc of 200 milligrams of testosterone every 10 days.
Oh, so that's
that-
not a lot of. That's not a lot. of
No,
maintenance.
no, it's just to maintain your normal levels. That's it. That's all it really is.
And they just didn't test for it.
In baseball?
Yeah.
Oh, they tested for it. They didn't care. Oh, they talked about it all the time. They were going to test for it. I'm sure they did. They tested for every drug, but they just didn't care.
Right. So
But
Absolutely.
everyone was doing that back then.
Back then, everybody.
as
Well,
a child
but
in
this is
Oakland, we
before-
shot steroids. That's how prevalent it was back
Didn't
then.
work
This
on
is-
you.
No,
Did
it
not
did
work on you.
But this is before
Head at the
the
concession stand.
Yeah.
This is before. This is before the like the strike and all that shit, right? Because they were
Yeah.
always like it was the strike, and then baseball sort of was slumping, and then and then it came back with Sosa and McGuire, but you'd been juicing 10 years, 12 years,
Since 85.
right? And
But-
would guys come to you? Did you go to anyone, or they would just go like, "Dude, are you doing something?" Like, did it?
No, here's the thing. It wasn't illegal back then. Guys came to me, trainers came to me, people came to me and asked me, Jose, what are you doing? We want to do as well as you are
Right.
doing. I used to tell them, I'm doing this, this, my training program, this, what I eat. And from there, it spread like wildfire. And all I was trying
And
to
you would
do was
say,
help
I
our
would-
team win. That's basically it. And then everyone else would catch on to it.
So you were like the leader of the team.
I think I was the first one to actually use those chemicals because, okay, even though you used them, for example, perfect example, I have an identical twin brother. Mm-hmm. He used the same steroids, same workouts, did the same, ate the same foods with it, everything.
He did.
never
fuck,
made it to the
he
big
did
leagues.
fuck Madonna though.
He never made it to the big leagues. Never fucked Madonna.
But he also fucked the ugly girl in the hotel room, so it really evens out.
No, he got some pretty good looking girls. I'll tell you that much. But he never made it to the big leagues, become a superstar in any way, shape, or form. So that just goes to show you, steroids don't make a superstar baseball player an athlete. It's totally irrelevant.
Did your brother ever walk up to a girl and say, "Hi, I'm Moshe Canseco," and fuck one of them?
No, but if they walked up to him and said, "Are you Moshe Canseco?" he didn't deny it. I guarantee you that much. Shit, he just
Awesome.
played dumb and go, "I don't hear you." Oh, what'd you say?
He became Chinese.
Come on, let's go. Yeah.
And
Interesting.
did you and you put the percentage of guys juicing at in the between 85 and 95?
At the height of steroid use, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I may have misspoke. It could have been higher.
85%
Or
of
more.
guys
Or
in
more.
say 1993.
Yeah, at the peak, I think it was 93 to 95 around there. That's when everybody kind of caught on, and all these records were being broken and demolished and going down, and home runs were being hit at an alarming rate. And Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa both broke the home run record. It was about 90%.
When did you stop
least.
playing baseball? What year?
Well, I was kicked out of the league in 2001.
Can you take us through that?
Basically, if you look at my stats, my last 5 years of my career, compared to my first 5 years, my last 5 years were actually better. Mm-hmm. Home runs are up, RBIs are up, slugging percentage, and batting average. Everything went up. Towards the latter part of my career, because Major League Baseball had now lost control of salary structure. Now they're trying to get steroids out of the game by sending a signal to other players by blackballing me. I couldn't find a job anywhere. At 37 years old, he couldn't find a job anywhere. Even when I told my agent, called the organization and said, "Listen, Jose will play for free. If there's minimum salary, he'll donate to a local charity and have kids come out." They said, "We can't touch you." No
And
team.
you're still juicing.
Yeah, no team at that point ever said he's too
Are they
old.
testing?
They're testing, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
guys are coming back positive, or they're just ignoring?
No, there's nobody's coming back anything. They're testing, but the results aren't being sent anywhere. So it's kind of like being put in a safe somewhere.
It's a
Right,
show.
but
It's
for
a-
later
it's
use.
a show. It's a performance for the world to look at.
So it was.
Are they saying they're telling people we test our athletes for steroids, and anyone with a positive outcome will be suspended 50 games? Is that
No, at that point in time, there were no regulations saying that. They were just saying we're testing for illegal substances. That's all they're saying.
It's just a Scantron test.
But they were not saying afterwards, if you were found with this, you get this.
There were
You're
no-
found-
okay, there were no
it
guidelines.
didn't go that far. It didn't exist. But Major League Baseball said, "Listen, we're going to blackball Jose. We're going to get him out of the game." As I'm being squeezed out, a lot of players come up to me saying, "Jose, you're being blackballed. You're being blackballed. You're being blackballed." I'm saying, yes, it sounds a little paranoid, but I don't want to say it. But yes, Alex Fernandez, Alex Rodriguez are all coming up to me and saying, "Yes, I know. I can't do anything about it." The whole league knew why I was being blackballed. They're just sending a message to the rest of the league saying, "Stop using steroids or else we're going to get you out of baseball," like Moshe Canseco. We know that Jose brought steroids in the game. We know that he was very successful with it. We know through him he educated the whole entire
So
league.
you became a scapegoat.
I became a scapegoat because I was the one who initially introduced and was successful using steroids at the major league level. You know, there's some players that use it, but they didn't break any records, do nothing. And with that aspect, you can kind of like, you know, fly under the radar.
Right.
But when you're the first guy to do the 40-40 in the history of the game,
right.
When you're 6'4", 245 pounds, running at 4.29 40, when you're hitting balls 600 feet, that's 3 red flags right there. So I was very, very successful in a way, I guess they thought, using steroids, which kind of promoted that.
Right. Well, baseball seems like it likes to find scapegoats, you know, and pin things on them, like Pete Rose. And
it uses people for examples. Absolutely.
But I think Pete Rose.
But life in general does that, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But I think Pete Rose. I don't think a lot of guys are gambling. Do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like a rarity in the game. Why kind of gamble and take that kind of risk? I don't know what Pete Rose specifically gambled on.
Right.
If he gambled on his team to win or lose, I don't know that. But to me, it's ridiculous. I mean, Pete Rose is the best hitter ever.
Right.
Nobody's going to ever have that many base hits. Fucking put him in the Hall of Fame.
Are you friendly with him at all?
I know him. He's a real nice guy. But you know what? They're just using him as an example, like life does to certain individuals. And Bug Sealing, whoever the idiot is up there right now who's holding it against him, my God, let it go already. Sickening.
Now, the teams that you signed on late with your career, did people in the organization say, like, you know, they didn't? You signed with the Yankees, right, later on?
Well, the Yankees was an interesting thing because they blocked. The Yankees got me on waivers. They blocked the Oakland A's and the Boston Red Sox at that time from getting me to be able to perform against the Yankees because.
Oh, it's like a defensive move.
Exactly, it was a great move. I thought it was a great move, very clever, because I destroyed the Yankee pitching, especially Pettit. I think I hit a home run every 3 or 4 at-bats off Pettit.
Right.
And if you look at his record in the playoffs, he was one of the main guys who won a high percentage of games. So they blocked me from going to Oakland or Boston at the time. I remember when I was traded to the Yankees, I was completely healthy. First time in my life being 100% healthy, didn't play. One of the most devastating bats in baseball is not in the lineup. But when I got there, I spoke with Joe Torre. He explained to me the whole situation. You're not here to play. You know exactly what happened. You're smart enough to figure it out.
You're here to shoot the guys full of steroids.
With his team.
You're basically the trainer.
No, but you know, it was a great move to block me from going somewhere else.
And once you hear that, are you just like, oh, then you suit up every day knowing?
I mean, guys, I wasn't even on the roster for the playoffs.
Right.
How the fuck are you going to put a guy who can change the game with one swing of the bat, not even on the roster? I knew what was going on.
Crazy.
I mean, we all knew.
How old were you at that point?
36.
36.
37. 30.
Do you miss baseball?
I love the game. Absolutely. Probably,
you
probably
still
more than
wanna
anybody.
play, right?
Oh, yeah, and I can still play it. I can still hit a ball 500, 600, 600 feet. I mean, I'll challenge any, and I'll say this outright, I'll challenge any major league power hitter in a home run hitting competition and wipe the floor with them right now.
Do you ever get in any pickup games like in the schoolyard or anything? like when the NBA's out, you know, they go to those games.
It's like stickball.
They don't have baseball games like that.
Jose, real question: do you think you could beat the champs, the 3 co-hosts in a power hitting competition of home runs?
Oh, easily. I'll tell you what.
Sure?
You guys hit all your balls.
Add up all the distances.
Add them together, and you get one swing.
Distances, and I get.
I think you need a more of a handicap than that. I think you need like 10 times more of a handicap than that with us.
Your brother. We will beat the fuck out of your brother in the same competition.
I don't think so. I think the brother would win too. I think we're fucked all over.
So you're for the Yankees. Then did you play for Tampa Bay? That was before or after?
No, Tampa was way before. Tampa was 99, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah.
When did you leave the A's?
God, I played with them till 91, I think, and then I was traded 92, and then I came back in 97 for 1 year.
Is being traded odd?
Does it feel bad or feel good?
It felt weird because I was a minor leaguer with the Oakland A's. I was homegrown there.
Right.
And
you were a superstar for them too.
Yeah, and I was doing quite well, and I didn't understand why I was traded. Or knew, or it was kind of like I was caught blindsided, really.
Right.
It happened so fast. I had no warning whatsoever. It just happened. I'm on the on-deck circle, and I think...
Sorry, the on-deck circle?
On-deck circle.
Okay, got it.
And LaRussa calls me in and says, Jose...
the on-deck circle was your hotel bedroom, correct?
Close.
Some nights it was, some nights it wasn't.
Yeah. And then Tony says,
I love that. There's the ugly girl has like 5
The
dicks
ugly
in her
girl's
hands.
got 5 dicks. She's getting.
She's
her.
warming up.
You want
Warming
that
up.
joke, Neal? You take that joke. Go ahead.
Very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let him finish.
Yeah.
they call me upstairs.
So
They
you're
said-
in the
I'm
batting.
about to go out to the batting cage.
God,
to the
that's
on-deck
crazy.
circle. They call me in. Tony Russo says Sandy Alderson wants
Middle
to
of the
talk to
game.
Middle of the game.
That's crazy.
Sandy Alderson wants to talk. Tony Russo says Sandy Alderson wants to talk to him. I'm thinking, wait a minute. He says, Tony says, you've been traded. Sandy Alderson wants to talk to you. And I'm thinking, what the hell? What the fuck? Yeah, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Is this an April Fool's joke? And I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? Are they punking me or pranking me or something?
How famous in the Jose Canseco arc are you at this moment when they trade you? Like, how big is your stock in the A's?
I think the year before I led tied with the league with home runs, which is a field.
So you're still
I
Jose
was pretty
Canseco, the legend of the A's, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
no,
cool.
There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So I was completely blindsided by this, and I didn't even know what to think. I thought it was in a dream state, but
Yeah,
I don't
so you
think
go
people
back to
understand
the
the business
clubhouse.
of baseball.
You go back to the clubhouse. You must. When did you get your? What was your biggest contract?
My biggest contract was '88 when it was a 5-year guaranteed $23.5 million. Which compared
Now,
to today,
yeah.
it's fucking peanuts.
Yeah.
What are the big
mean,
ones today like?
30 million.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
30, 25 million. I mean, guys, seriously, utility players are making $4 or $5 million a year today. It's a fucking joke. And then these asshole, dumbasses, retarded people on Twitter say I ruined the game. Bullshit. It's the best game in the world right now because I wrote that book, Juiced. Bullshit.
Get up off
These are facts
Twitter.
of what they are. Yeah, that's right.
What do you think?
Get up. That's right.
No, for
Get
real.
up off Twitter.
What do you think? How do you think Juiced and exposing baseball like that helped the game? I'm curious.
Will you walk us through? All right, so you're out of the game for a while, and you decide, I'm tired. Were you just tired of the people not knowing that everyone was juicing, or the hypocrisy, or the double standard, or what? What was your inspiration?
Real simple. I tried to get back into the game. Nobody would touch me, and I knew why.
This is in the
Everybody
2000s.
knew. Yeah, everybody knew that I've been blackballed from the game. I went to an open tryout. This was the icing on the cake. This is the nail in the coffin. I went to an open tryout for the L.A. Dodgers. Tommy Lasorda was there. I ran the second fastest time in camp. And now, that's key. The second fastest time in camp, I hit extremely well, hit home runs. I was the only one that hit out of the ballpark against a stiff wind. And the whole media was there. I didn't make the team, and when the media interviews fat-ass Tommy Lasorda, who I can't stand till this day, Lasorda says to the media, well, we didn't think Jose Canseco was in shape. Let me ask you a fucking question. How the fuck are you not in shape when you run the second fastest time in camp?
When you're in more shape than
Does that make any
everyone but
fucking
one
sense?
guy, right?
So this fucking asshole, obviously, that was the nail that sealed the coffin and sealed the fate for me to write that book. Then
Do you think that was he was just told don't sign this guy?
You know what? He was obviously he was told that, but he didn't have to say a lie. He didn't have to
Right.
go beyond and say Jose Canseco wasn't in shape.
Well-
you're telling me any fat man or any guy out of shape can run the second fastest time in camp out of 100 people?
Right.
Let me ask you this.
Huh? It didn't make any fucking sense.
So you decided.
Do you think
I
that,
decided right there to let the whole world know what the fuck was going on.
well, do you think
Period.
like you were scapegoated and you were pointed to as the person that they were pinning all this stuff on? What do you think that you did anything wrong, that you played any part, like any
Just read my book.
any responsibility that you take for the demise of your baseball career?
Well, I mean, let's go back to '85, where in baseball, steroids were not illegal. Actually, not too many people even knew about steroids. They never even knew about the legalities in normal everyday life, if they were illegal or not. So we were trying to do everything as athletes to help the game and win games and help your fellow teammates. So we had no just. Let me tell you something. If the Player Association or fucking Major League Baseball would have come around, pulled me aside and said, listen, stop using steroids. We don't want you using them anymore. Spread the word around. I would have stopped that shit instantly.
Really?
But you know
really
what?
would have?
Absolutely. But you know what? They didn't. They loved it when they were cashing money.
Right,
They
right.
loved it when we were bringing the fans out. They loved the long home runs. They loved the entertainment value. They fucking came in their pants with Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, lifted the whole game up in this monstrous home run barrage. And, of course, they're both using steroids. So hypocrisy at its best, that's fucking Major League Baseball.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you. I believe when
You don't have to. It's a fact.
Right. No, I believe you when you say you would have stopped.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's
Why wouldn't
hypothetical.
I? Yeah.
And also, that is
Absolutely.
a weird where everyone says like you were an asshole. It's like, dude,
they're assholes
it
themselves.
wasn't illegal. That's the thing. Is like it wasn't illegal because like they said comedians have to stop smoking weed or doing it. It's like,
Impossible.
yeah, but most comics I know wouldn't be able to stop smoking weed or
My special juice is gonna help me well.
I don't know what that one was, Jose. Sorry.
My special juice is going to help me land.
So you decided. So between the Tommy Lasorda, the saying you're out of shape. Well, that's got.
And that was fucked up.
When
That was
Tommy
fucked
Lasorda,
up,
When
'cause you know
Tommy
what?
Lasorda says you're out of shape.
But you know
Yeah,
that.
and he's fucking a fat dweeb out of shape. That
Tommy
God
Lasorda.
damn, Tommy, are you serious making that comment?
But you know that you're in. You know that you're in an illusion. You know that there's a theater happening that isn't real. When when you're the second fastest dude and someone says he's out of shape, at this point you must have gone.
It was a slap
I'm in
in
the
the
Wizard
face.
of Oz. This isn't real.
See, it was a slap in the face to
Yeah.
me because people who know me know what kind of excellent shape I stay in all the time.
Right.
And I'm 47 right now.
The
and can
man is
still
in
hit a
good shape.
baseball
The man is in
550
good
feet
shape.
on free. So back then, that was 10 years ago. Imagine what kind of shape I was back then. So to me, that was the ultimate fucking slap in the face.
Okay, so how long did before you decided to write? Like when from that day to the book coming out? How long a period was that?
Oh, right away. I mean, once to me.
That day you thought, fuck it, I'm
that
going to
day,
expose everything.
that day right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that spilled everything.
And is that something that you were sort of like you were tired of taking the blame for? It's like, dude, A-Rod, all these Rafi Palmeiro, McGuire, all these guys. I'm tired of fucking taking the fall for all this stuff.
Well, people have to understand this: that eventually Major League Baseball decided, okay, we can't blackball all the players, so now we have to protect them. We have to do a complete 360.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's
now
so
we got to
true.
protect all these guys because now what are we going to do? Kick out and blackball every baseball player that use steroids? There wouldn't be a fucking game left. Come on, let's be fucking serious. Use some common sense here.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, now they're protecting the players. Obviously, I was the first one that was ousted because I wrote the book against Major League Baseball. So they basically put me on the outside, which you can't blame them. I wrote the book on what was going on internally in Major League Baseball.
Right. And how do you think that book helped the game? Like you were saying, it made it the best
Fuck,
game.
it cleared it up completely. Now we don't have to think about, is that player being used juice? Is that player using this? No.
Do
to
you
me, you have
believe-
to be an idiot if you're using steroids down in the game of baseball.
Do you believe the kid who won the MVP for the Brewers, and he said like the urine sample? What do you make of that?
You know what? We're never going to know because even if he tested positive, even in the most minute way, Major League Baseball could easily cover it up.
Right.
Or they can protect him.
Right.
So you don't know internally what's going on right now.
Well, that's like with MMA. Every time someone gets caught juicing as a fighter, they always, every time there's some elaborate bullshit excuse about a trainer gave me this, I didn't know it was that.
Right.
But I just always assume they're lying. I mean, it's like steroids are in the game, and you happen to have accidentally tested positive. It doesn't make any sense.
He drank the wrong drink.
Right.
Now, what do you make of? How many copies did your book sell? Must have sold a lot, right?
I think close to 1 million.
And did you feel like? Because I feel like you weren't. They were still like weren't granting you a lot of credibility. I feel like people were still like, yeah, it's fucking. I'm surprised. Here's what I'll say. I'm surprised by. You're a pretty credible guy. Just sitting with you, you're not an idiot. You're not a buffoon.
I don't try to be all the time. Sometimes.
You're not. I mean, you're very different from your Twitter personality. I'm kidding.
We're going to talk about your Twitter.
Don't discount my personality, okay?
So I know I don't have to answer that
I'm telling
question.
the truth.
But you're more credible than I think. And what did you make of everyone sort of shitting on you? It seemed like Bob Costas, guys like that, and Brian Gumbel would sort of roll their eyes at you.
Well, you got to understand is that a lot of it was controlled media by Major League Baseball.
Right.
They're extremely powerful. I mean, to me, the most powerful entities in the world are
Jews?
Are Major League Baseball, religion, and politics.
The
and
Jews.
Major League Baseball is up there. I mean, they're extremely powerful. I mean, you're talking about $1 trillion+ industry.
Wait a minute. You're saying baseball, religion, and politics are the three major powers in the world?
Absolutely, and baseball's up there. You have no idea how they can ruin your life.
Oh,
you have
shit.
no idea how powerful and how far their tentacles extend. You couldn't even fathom it.
Tentacles. They're
made of bats.
tentacles.
No, they're made
Do
of
you
bats.
see why that's very difficult for me to believe?
Okay, so you're a credible, and then so my understanding is the book comes out, and it did seem, even the way they sold it was like this. Even the font for the book was like crazy times, and like it seemed sort of salacious and gossipy. But you were pretty much exotic. Here's what I really bugs the shit out of me on your behalf. Everyone shits on you, and you were basically 100% telling the truth.
Pretty much. The book is word per word accurate.
Yeah, that's.
It makes a ton of sense. It makes perfect sense to me that happened.
But
it's like you
why
went,
would I lie?
You went to the magician's convention and told everybody the secrets, and then all the magicians said, "Oh, that dude doesn't know magic.
Okay, well,
he doesn't."
What do you
know what I mean? Of course.
What would you think of a guy if you're A-Rod, and
making $30 million a year?
Yeah.
Let me figure this one out.
Yeah. No, if you're A-Rod and Jose Canseco goes, wouldn't you think like this? Like you're snitching.
And snitches get stitches. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Well, you know what that is. I mean, I was in jail for 5 months, guys.
Were you really?
That's a prison and jail mentality brought into our society. But you know what? It makes sense. I'm going to tell you why. The government says in the year 2025, 87% of our population would have gone through the jail or prison system. Mm-hmm. How fucked up is that? So that's a mentality talk about. If you tell the truth about something, you're a snitch, you get a stitch. There's a saying above every clubhouse in the major leagues. What you see here, what you hear here, must stay here. You're going to fucking tell me if a guy brings an underage girl and rapes her in the clubhouse, I'm not going to say shit? Bullshit.
So they're saying baseball first, everything else second.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
But what would you think if you were still in the league and somebody else went, like, if someone else dropped dime? If you're A-Rod.
That's a great. No, it's just a great question. If you had been playing and at the time that you were juicing, and someone else had written the book that you wrote.
Well, I think obviously I wouldn't have liked that. And obviously, every player in that realm, besides myself, got taken care of. They got multi-year deals. They're still in baseball, any which way, shape, or form. I'm the one that took the monstrous hit. Mm-hmm. My family, got threatened their lives, everything. Financially, I'm not attached to baseball anymore. It's impossible for me to work anywhere related to Major League Baseball. So believe me, I've suffered. My family suffered. So I've paid the fucking price.
Right.
No one else has paid shit.
Yeah,
and that's a fucking fact. Nobody can tell me any different.
Yeah, right. That's interesting.
But having said that, do you regret it?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? It's a double-edged sword. I regret it in the sense of that myself, my family suffered a lot. But in a sense, I think about it this way. It may have saved the life along the way of a young kid using steroids, because this trickles down to elementary where kids want to become superstar athletes.
Right.
And nowadays, parents put so much pressure on kids because there's so much goddamn money in sports. Mm-hmm. Be this, be that, do this, do that. So they're cultivating these children, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old to become superstar athletes. Mm-hmm. So could that have saved the child along the way, the pressure to have to become a superstar athlete and, I can use steroids because they're still doing the big leagues?
Right.
It is a double-edged sword. It really is tough.
Yeah, but what about the regret? Like what? Because of all the suffering that you went through, yeah.
I think you say tweet or twit or whatever this shit. I think I said something like, you know what? If it saved a kid's life along the way, it's fine. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Get up off Twitter.
You basically wrote the book out of spite. I would assume you made some good money for it.
Yeah, but that's all gone, obviously.
Well, I mean, obviously
you know what? To be honest, I was angry.
Right.
I was disappointed. Out of spite, correct. A combination of I wanted people to know, why isn't fucking Jose Canseco at 37? Why is he out of the game?
Right.
Why is he gone?
Let me ask you this. If you hadn't written the book, where would you be in terms of connection to baseball? Like, what would be happening?
Probably still would have played, and then probably by this age or not been hitting coach or manager of a team.
Oh, okay.
There's no doubt because I've got way too much information and knowledge of the game of baseball.
Have you ever thought about going overseas and coaching there, or are you blackballed there too?
It depends on if it's major league affiliate.
Oh, so is Japan affiliated with?
It's not, but they have. I guess because of what happened, they're really kind of watching it through, long view binoculars.
You know what?
I'm doing
you could
nowadays.
pass for Japanese.
Yeah.
Like a sexy Japanese.
Except my height.
Right.
Yeah, oh, yeah. But there is something Japanese about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's your
Bruce
eyes
Lee.
and your
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee. You're Japanese
and
like
you
Bruce Lee.
You want to get racist about it?
So you and so that's really interesting that you sort of regret writing
Yeah,
the book.
I'm fascinated by that too. But I understand what you're saying. If you're saying this, Major League Baseball has these major tentacles, and they're wrapped around you.
Is
right?
it worse
Well,
than
they're
you
wrapped
thought?
around me and a lot of other things
Uh-huh.
that control. You know, they're very powerful.
Is it worse than you? Do they have more tentacles than you knew?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
I underestimated them completely. Oh yeah, they believe me, they're a superpower.
And what was the thing about threatening your family?
Well, I got threats from fans, from people. You never know where these things are coming from.
Right.
When I was doing my book tour, I had to stop certain cities because they're threatening to blow up this and shoot that. So I mean, that's not from fans.
Right.
I mean, that's orchestrated from the top. You know, this is not some crazy thing. Oh yeah, I love baseball, and no, that's not come from that.
You think it's an inside? Those are inside jobs.
It was all media controlled. Yeah, absolutely.
That's fascinating. That's really, really fascinating.
Well, I mean, if you control the media, you can control the world nowadays.
right. Well, I'm a Jew, so I know we've been
Perception
doing
is
that for a long
reality. There
time.
you
They've been at it for a long time.
That was our idea, actually.
You know.
And what do you make of the side? So do you believe that there are long-term side effects of using steroids?
Nobody knows yet because they're an illegal substance.
What about a guy like Lyle Alzado, guys like that you just think he got cancer? And
no direct death has ever been linked to steroids. None.
And what about road rage? What about road rage? What are your feelings on road rage, Jose? No, roid rage, that kind of idea. Do you believe in that?
Rage. I think if you're aggressive, period. For example, let's assume that every crime of an aggressive nature in the United States of America, if you test for steroids, no, maybe a 1% of all aggressive crimes, they're not using steroids. If you're an aggressive person, period. If you're a docile person, you're a docile person.
But when they are positive for steroids and they go, look, or whatever.
Well, if it's one out of a trillion cases, my God, it's steroids.
Right.
But you know what? I'll be honest with you. Our country is so fucked up. I'm going to tell you why. Tobacco kills people. Period. There's no argument whether it causes cancer.
Right.
Drinking liquor kills hundreds of thousands a year.
Right.
And the government is profiting from that.
Right.
Not one person has been linked with a direct death of use of steroids. As a matter of fact, steroids were originally created for medicinal reasons.
what is your hunch about it?
Be honest?
Yeah.
Certain chemicals used in a proper way can enhance life. I truly believe we're supposed to live to be 127 years old.
Specifically 127?
Around that age
Okay,
factor, yes.
okay.
Now, what would happen to Social Security? What would happen to
This is
overpopulation of the actual world if we were to do that? Think about it. Why are the chemicals that are legal killing us instead of saving us? Figure it out. We all have a brain.
Okay.
Well, maybe some of my Twitter fans don't.
But what is your hunch about steroids? It will help you get to 127?
If done properly, under supervision, it will definitely enhance life, yes.
Will you supervise me? I need someone to take me
Legally, I
that way.
can't do that. I don't have a...
Okay, so what did the... Okay, so then were you involved in the Mitchell report at all? Did they come...
They would not involve me. No.
God, that's
They would not
fucking
ask
interesting.
the expert questions or help them develop the Mitchell
Did you
report.
read it?
I read it, and about 30% of it was incorrect.
And which
ridiculous.
parts were incorrect?
First of all, they left out a lot of players that I mentioned in my actual book, and they talk about long-term effects.
And you know who does it just from word of mouth?
No.
Did you mention
no.
guys in the book that you hadn't shot? The guys that you just heard maybe?
No. Everyone in my book, I personally injected them.
Got
Or
it.
had something direct to do with it.
Who do you think has the nicest ass of all the guys you've shot? I want to say A-Rod. I got to think A-Rod. I want to believe A-Rod.
I didn't shoot
You're
him.
now officially
did?
the
No, I didn't
cute
shoot
one.
But you will admit that he has a nice ass.
I've never seen his ass. How the hell I know?
Who had the nicest ass?
I don't even
None
know
of
what
them.
he looks like.
Have you?
No, no.
Would you? And do you?
This is the part of the show where we slide
gay,
into
isn't
just
he?
gay sex. No, we're
Yeah,
actually
okay.
about to all fuck right now.
Of all the guys
It's
you
about to
shot,
happen.
Of all the guys you shot, when you were like, you know what? Before I shoot, let me just get a look at this.
Myself.
You had the nicest ass
Yeah.
of all you guys you shot.
Yeah, I shot myself.
I believe it. Okay, so what do you and who do you have you ever heard that Tiger Woods on steroids? You ever heard that rumor?
It's a
I've
hip-hop
heard.
track.
Yeah,
Tiger
I've
Woods
heard.
on
I've
steroids.
heard some rumors about that.
Does he strike you? Who do you look at and go, he's one of the few athletes that's ripped in that fucking steroidy way.
The
Anymore?
drugs do work.
I don't know. I mean, you hear rumors. It's funny. Because when an athlete is successful, right away you want to label him as, oh, he does steroids or he uses steroids. Why do you want to do that? It's just ridiculous.
Right.
And steroids sometimes
It makes you feel
work.
better to say he's on steroids.
Well, it makes the guy who has no ability, who has put in no hard work, who's jealous and envious better.
Yeah.
Period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's the way it is.
Yeah. And are there guys that so you think it's basically out of the game?
I think it is, and I hope it is. And really, right now, I mean, the way the salary structure is right now, I mean, you got to, and the way they're going to penalize you if you're caught,
Right.
It's not just a slap in the hand, it's game suspension and big fines. So you've got to be a total moron to be using steroids right now.
And what about HGH, shit like that?
I heard that they have a test for it now. So they can test for it. There's some residue at least behind or something. So even that, I mean, you just don't need it right now.
Do you sympathize with Barry Bonds?
I do because he was in the era of when steroids were allowed. They were endorsed. They were allowed. They were part of the game. You were supposed to do everything possible to help your team win, to have your city win, to be successful, to win a World Series. Guys, we are super athletes who are competitive as hell. And a lot of times these middle-line athletes, we're afraid to lose their jobs to someone else, so of course they're using steroids. It's a competitive world out there, and if you don't do everything possible, you're just going to get run over. I mean, it's just the way it is. No one remembers number 2; they remember number 1. Period. That's our social structure.
When Rafi Palmeiro and Mark Aguirre testified at Congress, did you watch it and laugh?
I was right there with them. What are you talking about?
Were you sitting there?
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot that.
That's
They
a
were
hard-hitting,
both
that
sitting
kind of
to my left,
hard-hitting
like
questions we
15
have here
feet.
on the Champs. Researched and
Where were
vetted.
you
Yeah,
that
you
day?
guys are fucking know what you're doing.
Where were
Don't
you?
worry, I'll help you out.
Where did you watch that? So what did you testify to that day?
We were testifying to steroid use, and I remember specifically when Palmeiro, when they asked him, about steroid use, he said, he looked at the congressional members, looked them straight in the eye, and tilted his body up. And said, I don't know how to tell you guys, pointing his finger, I've never used steroids in my life, and I kid you not, because I injected this guy personally. I almost broke down laughing. Right there, I said,
I
seriously?
wish you had.
I said, seriously? Doo-doo-doo-doo, fucking Twilight Zone. This is crazy. It's a reality TV show. These fucking guys are just lying to congressional members like they don't fucking exist. They have no respect for our laws. And I'm thinking, holy shit. The only way Palmeiro can actually do that is by having Major League Baseball and their Players Association back him 100%. And that's what they were doing. They were backing his play 100%. This was completely orchestrated. And, a whole scheme was brought up on trying to make me look crazy. It was basically...
So you testified, I used, tons of guys used.
Yeah.
You had shot both of them up, and you couldn't say... I shot these guys up because they testified. Mark testified to nothing, right? He was like, I don't want to talk about the past.
Well, Mark's a great guy. Poor guy.
No, he seems like
he
a
just
good
said,
guy.
I don't want to talk about the past. I want to talk about the future. Let's move on forward. That's all he said.
Got it.
And to me, that's an admission of guilt, but he didn't say I'm guilty. But I have to understand something, guys. Mark was being pressured by Major League Baseball.
Right.
If he doesn't go along for what they're saying, he's blackballed too. He's fucked.
Right.
He has no job. He has no future. No nothing.
He does have $70
So
million.
he was between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
Are you in touch with him at all?
No.
You guys don't speak?
No. They're
If
not
you saw him in the street, would you guys say hello?
Yeah, I'd say hi to him.
Do you
might
think he'd
shoot
say
me
hi
or
back?
something.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Mark's a real nice guy. He probably would.
Yeah.
You're not friends just because you were never that close? You just worked together?
No, we were friends. He's one of the nice guys in the game. It's just that, once his book came out, basically Major League Baseball sent a message: do not speak with Jose Canseco. Do not talk with him at all. Do not say a word. Do not call him. Period. I was completely severed. I was like ostracized. I was like a leper in the corner, and nobody could come near me.
They didn't want us to talk to you, but I was like, fuck you, Major League Baseball.
The
I don't even
champs,
like your
that's
sport.
how brave we are
gonna
here.
I don't
Ball, you
even
guys too,
fucking
get ready.
care about your sport. So you can't. How about Clemens? Same thing.
Roger, I'll be honest with you, really good friend of mine. Knew his family completely, and we never talked about him buying steroids or using steroids or him trying to get in contact with anybody to use steroids. I never saw him use steroids or do anything of the sort. That's the honest to God's truth.
That's interesting. And you would
And you know what, you would think that if he would have trusted me and come to me,
right?
Because I was the guy who helped all the other players.
That's how I feel.
And
I need you to take me away.
He never did.
Ray Liotta in the movie Field of Dreams. Steroids or no?
No, I mean they were barely hitting out of the infield.
Right.
I doubt it.
Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
that's true.
That's right.
Okay, so for as much shit as you've gone through, you don't seem wrecked by it.
No, I have very, very, very thick skin.
You started a whole
is that
nother-
from the
Very
steroids?
thick skin.
You started a whole other
No.
career outside of baseball, right? Doing
Yeah.
MMA.
No, well, yeah, I've been involved in everything: reality TV show programming, producing, MMA, acting.
Right. You fought
appearances.
Hong
Yes.
Man Choi
I
in
fought
Japan.
the little
Yes,
boy.
talk
Hung
to
Man
us
Choi.
about the Hong Man Choi, that fight. So we just watched it before we started rolling.
Yeah.
Hong Man Choi is a 7'4", 7'4".
7'2", 365 pounds.
YouTube Hong Man Choi Canseco fight.
It's
He makes
incredible.
Jose look like a
us.
small child,
Like one of us.
like a teenage boy.
Yeah.
All right, so talk to us about that.
Well, the story behind that, what people don't even know, is that I used to play a lot of softball, and I was playing softball one day. And
You play baseball too, as well, right?
Yeah, baseball a little bit, but I was playing shortstop.
Were you playing in like beer? What kind of leagues were you?
It was a co-ed league. I played the high A, whatever it was. Co-ed league is a lot of fun.
Wait, is
Were
this
people-
after baseball?
Are you going to let me tell a story? or what?
Please go ahead. Sorry.
This is
We're
interesting
famous-
that you
we're
played
famous after
softball,
baseball.
though.
We're famous for interrupting, so please, we'll shut the fuck up.
Before you say anything, prepare to shut the fuck up.
But okay, so playing softball, I tear my knee up, I twist it completely, tear the calf, ACL, the whole gamut. I'm on crutches. Finally get off crutches, and then they call me, Jose, we have a fight for you in Japan against Hung Man Choi. And I'm like, okay, Hung Man Choi, let me look him up. I go look him up. My God, he's a 7'2", 365-pound giant. So, I say to them, well, you know what, I'm interested. I do have a martial arts background.
What martial art?
Black belt in karate, taekwondo, and Muay Thai.
How do they know? That's how they knew to get in touch with you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Plus, I tried to get into the fight game before that. Really didn't take it real serious, but then eventually,
And you were like, "Fuck it, I'll play softball."
yeah, I play softball.
I'm a black belt in pussy eating, actually, so I relate to you a great deal.
You're so vulgar.
It's been said
You don't
before.
belong in this show.
On the deadly streets of Oakland.
That's the thing.
You're so vulgar.
Don't
this show
bully.
like for little kids or something?
No.
it's not.
All right, so as I'm talking to these guys from Japan, I'm thinking in my mind to myself, I'm going to tell them an incredible amount of money, so they're going to have to say no, but then they're going to take me serious as a fighter, and once I heal, I can fight later on.
Mm-hmm.
So I give them this amount. I'm not going to say what amount it is, but it was the highest amount anyone ever got paid there. And they call me back 2 days later and say yes. I'm like, huh?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Exactly. You're going to pay me that much money to fight this guy? So they wire transferred right away half of my account. We're going to give you the other half when you get there and fight Hung Man Choi.
How much time do you have to before
2
the
weeks.
fight?
Whoa.
2 weeks.
2 weeks to fight this guy.
When did you have surgery?
No, I didn't.
You hadn't even had surgery.
I didn't
You
even
had a
have
fucked up
surgery.
knee.
You
That's how
had
messed
basically
up it
no
was.
ligaments.
Yeah, my leg completely destroyed. Even right now, you can see my calf is a lot smaller on my left side. But I'm like, holy moly. So then I call him back a day before. And I tell him, listen, I hurt my knee working out, doing kicks against a bag, training for Hung Man Choi. They go, no, you don't understand. You got to come down here. We promoted you. They got closed circuit TV in Japan. They made so much money off of me. Promoting your first fight in Japan, and you're well known here. You're well loved. You got to come down. I said, listen, I can't fight. Can I do like color, play-by-play or whatever announce? No, you got to get in the ring. We don't care what you do. And I'm like, okay. But here's the thing. My knee's very bad. Can I wear a custom knee brace that I had made? They say, yes, don't worry about it. Come down to the best you can.
With spikes on it.
That's right.
Spikes.
Poisonous spikes.
Yeah.
Poisonous spikes.
So now
Giant killing
I
poison.
fly down there, and right before the fight, I go out there. Right before the fight, I'm doing some combinations. I do a kick, whatever. Oh, and it was okay. Now, this rules guy comes and starts checking my body, my hair, make sure my mouthpiece is right. And then I wore long pants because...
Your hair was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Now, I wore long pants because under my pants, I had a custom designed knee brace with the metal bars to keep my leg from extending.
Right.
So this guy's patting me down, and he pats down the brace, and he goes, no, you can't wear that. No, you what are you talking about? The promoter said I can wear this knee brace. The guy goes, no. This guy makes me take off this knee brace. And now it's 3 minutes before the fight.
Jeez.
And you know when you wear, I don't know if you guys had an injury, you wear a knee brace for a month or two, and you take it off, your leg feels like not reinforced, it feels weak, like cold, and the heat's not there. So then I go, holy shit. So then at the time my girlfriend Heidi was there, I throw a combination, I throw a kick, a low-high kick, and my knee slides right out of the joint.
Oh, fuck.
And I go down on the corner, and then my girlfriend says, oh my God, your knee just came out of, I said, yes. So I'm sitting there in the corner thinking, oh my God, now they're announcing me. And now
your knees like flopping around in the wind.
My knees flopping like jelly. Jose Canseco. Then I'm thinking, okay, I'm here. Fuck it, let's go fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh shit, what'd I do? So now we're walking down. Now, as I step into the ring, these thoughts go into my head. I either have to knock this guy out quick. One of the three things is going to happen. I'm going to have to knock him out quick. He's going to knock me out real quick, or my knee's going to give out.
Yeah.
So when I come into the ring, I'm in there, and then here comes Hungman Choi, the techno giant, they call him. They're doing all this music. He's coming out. And I kid you not, this guy gets fucking bigger every time I look at him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got that gigantism, which he's constantly growing all the time.
Yeah.
He steps right over the top of the ring. His feet are like this, and his hands are massive.
He smells the blood of an Englishman.
Oh, no, he smells the blood of a little child out there in the corner he's about to kill. So then him and I go to the center of the ring, and I'm looking at this guy straight up, and I've never looked at a man like that. Like, what the hell am I fighting here?
Yeah.
He's got a head the size of a horse.
Yeah.
First thing I think is, I have to fight a horse. I'm fighting a goddamn horse.
And you fought horses before.
So what?
Yeah, and won, but no. So then I come back, the bell rings, and I'm telling myself, I'm going to do a lunge punch, try to break his jaw, knock him down right away.
Yeah.
So we check
a
hands.
Lunge punch?
It's called, yeah, because he's so tall, I got to come up and direct my speed straight up instead of across. And I kid you not, I threw this punch at this guy. I hit any normal human being with this punch, I'm going to prison for 15 years because their jaw's going to crack right in half. I mean, I'm 6'4", 255 pounds, for God's sake.
Right.
I hit this guy. I guess I didn't fully extend his jaw. He's got that. They say he's got that.
He has horse mouth.
Yeah, and
he's a straight up horse.
Yeah, and I crack him in the jaw. He just goes back. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I heard that.
Fuck, man.
And I'm like, seriously, it went through my mind. I went, what the fuck? This guy didn't fall down? Now I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I got a messed up knee. I'm trying to fight this guy off. He's so big and strong and powerful, and his shoulders are so wide, I can't really move. I hit him with a front kick, a Muay Thai roundhouse kick so hard in the ribs that my whole shin was bruised.
And he just gallops away.
And I hit him with another side kick. It goes back like 10 feet. And I'm thinking, there's nothing I can do to this guy. Mm-hmm. So luckily, actually, it turned out good for me because I go for another combo. He throws a jab, and I throw a jab at the same time. He hits me. I thought he was out of range, but his arm was so long.
Right.
He hits me with a jab from like 3 feet away. I kid you not. And I'm like, wow, I just got hit with the longest jab, kind of running into it. I thought he broke my orbital. Orbital's the shin bone. I thought he cracked it because I heard a crack. I went back.
Oh,
I was knocked out for about half a second on my feet. I'm like, then when I kind of woke up, I got pissed off and went at him again. But eventually it turned out well because as I rotated around his left, in the corner of the ring, when I extended my leg, it gave out completely.
Yeah.
It just folded. It kind of went like an accordion, like, and I went, oh. I'm done. So I went to grab my leg. When he came at me, I tried to throw a kick. It was gone. Put me on the ground. Luckily.
Did you ever think about detaching your leg and just beating him with it?
Yeah. Well, I could have eaten my leg. But luckily, I didn't land on my back because if I land on my back, he's 270, 65 pounds. If he catches me on my back, he's going to pound me in my face and probably crack my jaw and my nose. So luckily, I fell on my side. He locked me down, started pounding me in the back of the head. He put so much weight on my shoulder and locked his leg in between mine that even when I tried to turn, so much mass I couldn't. So I just decided, okay, let's be smart here and tap out.
Yeah. Did you when you're in a ring with a guy and there's just nothing you do is what do? You just go, I have to. What am I going to do?
You do the best you can. I mean, there's nothing.
But you're still fighting, and you don't surrender per se. You're just like,
I think I
there's
surrender.
nothing you can do.
Yeah,
I mean, there's once he's got you in that position, there's not much you can do because it's just he's a professional fighter. I fought him at 45 years old. I fought him with an extremely bad leg. Now, everything being even, if I had some training behind that, some cardio, and a really good leg, I probably would have put on 30 more pounds and fought him at 280 pounds. It would have been a whole lot of a better fight.
Right.
But you're talking about a 28-year-old monstrous champion at the time.
Right.
Super Hall competition. Even the other fighters were saying, Jose, you must be fucking crazy fighting this guy.
Did Hong Man Choi come to your locker room afterward and go, I'm sorry you lost, Jose, but hop on, clip, 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 and you guys just rode off into
And he
the
gave you a
sunset?
ride home back to the hotel.
Actually, he speaks no English.
Yeah,
he had
I
an
believe
interpreter
that.
there after the fight. He's a real nice guy. He helped me out afterwards when he clubbed me. But after the fight, I went into his locker room, and he was tilted over in his stomach against the roundhouse kick. I hit him.
You
I hit
did
him
fuck
pretty
him
good.
up.
But then I took pictures with him. He was a real nice guy. I mean, he was part of the game.
For English, press 1.
Yeah. You don't have any hard feelings after the match.
Right.
It's just two gladiators, and they're going after it.
Totally.
That's all it really is.
Well, what's interesting to me about you, Jose, is that you were saying that they tried to make you look crazy, and
I am crazy.
Your personality on Twitter is that of a crazy man, and you're not a crazy man. You're here. You're like the
am.
Okay, sorry.
I'd kill you.
I know you would. I know. Get above Twitter.
Silence.
Easy
I'd
for
kill you.
If you're not following Jose on Twitter, you should. He's comedically brilliant, and I thought, oh, this dude is crazy, and now you're like such a regular and smart dude.
I'm not regular. I'm not bright.
Okay, well,
they're gonna
all right.
mess up my
Yeah,
Twitter
don't
following.
Shit right there, man.
Sorry,
Don't be crazy.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? What's wrong with you?
I want
Some bullshit right there.
I want to read some of these tweets. Playboy Mansion celebrity golf tournament told you my life sucks, but not as bad as yours.
Well, that's kind of like saying that my life is like an extreme roller coaster. Some days, it's horrible. It sucks being blackballed constantly. You can't get a job anywhere. Try to get affiliated with Major League Baseball. Everything goes wrong. But then the next day, you're kind of like at the Playboy Mansion playing golf and having fun with a bunch of gorgeous-looking women. So my life is there's no consistency to it. I mean, it's just ridiculously incredible.
I kill you and complete you at the same time. Just walk us through these.
Just tell us your process.
Do I really have to explain that one? I think saying that the truth kills most people, and they can't take it, so it hurts them. But at the same time, I complete them because they get full entertainment.
This is a good
Turn
one.
that shit around on them.
I am a modern day Clinton Eastwood.
I think that's misspelled. I think I'm like Clint Eastwood.
Hey, so does
Like
your
Bill Clinton
You
and-
made that
and
shit up.
Eastwood put together.
You made that up.
Funny. That's where you pull your dick out and you say, "Go ahead, make my day."
Does your phone not have autocorrect?
It doesn't.
You write some wild shit.
Keep going, Neil.
Look, I got some big fingers sometimes. The things are really
I
small.
love it.
So it fucks it up.
Who's this woman? Is she real?
Who?
The one that you have like love letters to on Twitter.
A Layla or something?
Yeah, Layla.
Yeah, it's my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, girlfriend.
Model
Is
Layla.
that-
We're having problems, goddammit.
All right, sorry, we'll back off. Go
What
ahead.
kind of
Next
problems do you
week.
have with women?
Oh,
Like
God,
generally,
I don't even
what-
want to mention. Just
we can move on.
What
they
do
get
they?
obsessive.
They get obsessive?
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem a bit obsessive yourself.
No, I'm not. Believe me.
What else you got, Neil?
Class in session. Professor Canseco in session.
Both in session.
That's what that's when I get on. I say class and session. Get ready. I'm gonna straighten you guys down. I'm gonna tell you what life is really about.
You have done that today. for sure.
Absolutely. It's just a fact. It's just a class on facts and truth. That's what it really is.
We all can grow and we all can learn.
What is this thing with Shaq? You want to fight him?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him into a fight. Yeah, I mean, I fought Hung Man Choi. I want to fight Shaq. Shaq is known now in the world of MMA. He wants to fight. He's done some boxing. He said he wanted to fight Hung Man Choi. I said, listen, Shaq, you better fight me first before you get in the ring with Hung Man Choi.
You think you win, Shaq?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
Shaq.
not a fighter. He's not a fighter.
Right.
He's
Shaq is
also
not
really out of shape.
Shaq, if
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
listening,
he's a big man. He's 7'1", 350 pounds, but he's very out of shape. And I'm not gonna. I mean, when I fight Shaq, or if I get to fight him, I'm gonna do 6 months of training. Probably fight him close to 290 pounds, and really, show him a few things.
Here's one from Jose. I love Dancing with the Stars. I have the hips of a 20-year-old.
If you ever see me do martial arts, the way I kick, I do have hips of a 20-year-old. I'm a genetic freak in the sense of.
These are kind of like humble
I mean,
brags.
go on YouTube and look at or my Facebook, where like 2 weeks ago I did a 6'11" axe kick. I mean, inside crescent kick.
Is that a
I
band?
kicked his pad, and I said, that's your jawline, Shaq. Come on, fight me now.
I would love to see you fight Shaq. You have the hips of a 20-year-old and the nicest ass in baseball.
Thank you, appreciate that. I'm glad you're saying that back to me.
Most of you clowns will die before the age of 80 if you don't pay attention to what I have to say.
On the average, I think it's 85, right? Meaning,
I think there's a lot of people that would be happy to die at the age of 80.
Wait, do you mean clowns?
no.
Actual clowns? Or?
No, I'm talking about people who don't listen to, how to maintain young, anti-aging supplements, techniques, workouts, and so forth.
How old do you think you'll live till?
130.
Come on.
I'm serious.
130.
I like it.
You'll
Look,
be
I'm right there with you.
baseball legend Jose Canseco will also be the oldest living man ever.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, here's one from Jose. Here's one from Jose. Can we clone a human, and how long does it take?
Is there a hoe in there somewhere? In Ho Long?
Yeah, how long does it take?
Isn't that who you fought in Japan?
Yeah, he fought it.
Yeah.
How long too?
How long? Ho Long.
What was one? Now, yesterday you declared. As far as I remember, you declared.
I declare.
I do declare.
Hold on.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Class in session. Professor Jose Canseco in session.
That's the third time you've read that tweet.
Al Gore. You declared Al Gore dead. You said Al Gore was a spacebar head of his time. I miss him. Rest in peace.
I'm in his thoughts.
Hug for you.
His thoughts.
You're like hilarious,
His
dude.
thoughts. See, they have double meanings depending on the way you want to take it. His thoughts. Yeah, I stumbled you. What am I going to say?
No, you said no, and then you said today it wasn't. No one caught you. You said, "What did you clowns learn yesterday other than Gore is not deed?"
From now on, I
can't claim that one. I'm gonna kill somebody I know.
Jose, what if you had a message that you wanted to tell the world on the champs? What is it?
Damn, slap a liar.
Slap a liar.
Yeah.
Fuck these player haters.
Slap a liar.
Man, trust me.
No liar, slap him across the face. Slap a liar.
That's a good message.
What are you looking to do in the next little period of your life?
Well, I'm gonna win the lottery Friday.
After that.
So I'm gonna invite you guys on my yacht.
Awesome.
Come.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna invite a couple of my, maybe 1,000 of my tweet followers with me for about a week. Party in Vegas.
What kind of yacht are you going to get when you win that? You're going to get a pretty big one.
Yeah, it's going to have to be at least.
Like a Carnival Cruise style?
Like, yeah,
with a sail,
300 footer.
The sail will be made of the skin of Tommy Lasorda.
There'll be enough skin.
We can have
His
sail
stomach skins.
forever.
No, but really, what are your plans in the near future?
I'm going to play baseball because physically I can still do it at some level somewhere. I'll definitely play. And I think after that,
Don't play softball. It's too dangerous.
Yeah, you got hit.
You'll hurt your knee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Jesus.
What were you gonna
That's
say
why I
about-
only hit. That's about it. Or play first base, and get back to playing baseball at whatever level. I think eventually, physically, when I can't do it anymore, manage and teach somewhere.
What do you think was more addictive, steroids or baseball?
Baseball is the big addiction. There's no doubt about it.
Do you feel like you understand when people like write you off when they go, dude, you're 47. No one's ever played at that age.
Just because they can't do it doesn't mean I can't.
This
Right.
dude's gonna live to be 230
No, I know.
years
He's-
old.
No, there
He's
is a
got
player
long
who's
time.
there's a player who's 49 who's playing right now.
That's true.
Wait a minute. Didn't they just sign Vizquel? He's 45, 46?
Yeah, there's some
Yeah. Well, Greg Madison,
yeah.
those guys still, but they're pitchers.
Yeah, pitching wise, you really lose a lot at that age. Hitting wise, you don't lose that much at that
Right.
age.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't
pitching
you
seems like that's
could
gonna
you
really
coach-
ruin your-
Could you not coach college?
Maybe. I haven't really looked at that. I'd like to stay
interesting
the
idea.
pro ball level right now.
Yeah.
But
Right.
maybe.
You ever think about
But, I
getting
mean-
into stand-up?
You're pretty smart.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
What about me?
No. sorry.
Okay. All
You're
right. Okay.
vulgar.
I can't
Yeah,
lie.
I am
No,
vulgar, that's
take
true.
those glasses off. Maybe I might say maybe.
Yeah, I feel like you could.
No, sorry.
You could coach. It just seems like because it seems like the MLB is never going to touch you. You'll be radioactive.
No. I'll be. Let me see. If I live to be 150, all the owners die.
Change your name.
Turns over 5-6 generations.
Yeah, just
I
wait
changed
'em
my
out.
name.
Right.
You know what I was thinking about doing? Seriously, I was thinking about going to Cuba, having complete facelift, changing my look, somehow
getting
swimming
drafted?
all the way to Miami, saying, I just fucking landed here. I'm 25 years old.
Yeah.
I'm a Cuban defective. I want to play baseball.
Yeah.
I think I could fucking get back to the bigness like that.
That would be that
You
actually
heard
would
it
be
here
hilarious.
first, folks. That is
Yeah.
Don't trust any defector because
No.
it could be Jose Canseco.
Yeah, and
slap
all they
a
have
liar.
to do is see me hit a baseball 550 feet, 600 feet, and then the guy's got talent. Who is he? I'll play dumb. Mi name no sé. I come from Cuba.
You don't even know your name?
I know.
I
don't remember.
I am like Starman. I just know baseball.
No sé.
You never will be famous.
Stupid. No sé. And just not like I have amnesia. No shark attack. I don't know.
Jose Canseco, I'm really happy that you came.
So am I. Thank you so much.
You're a good. I'm a fan for life.
Thank
and
you.
You won't believe the
One
amount
more
of,
Twitter follower. Yes.
Yeah,
You'll get some.
Perfect.
You won't believe the amount of people that will appreciate you for doing this. I've never heard you do an interview like this. Have you done a lot of interviews, like long interviews?
Not this long. I don't think so. No. I'm just learning what a podcast is.
Yeah, no.
The legendary baseball player, the fighter, the nicest ass in baseball, gonna live to 130, fought a horse and lived to tell the tale. Thank you very much.
And gonna win the lottery.
That's right.
Slap a
Don't
liar.
jinx me and slap a liar.